Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of the brand new net flick, Gunpowder Milkshake. Let's do it. Gunpowder Milkshake is an action-adventure thriller from director Navot Papushado and Netflix. Film stars Karen Gillan, Lena Headey, Carla Gugino, Yeoh, Angela Bassett, Coleman, Ralph Ineson, and Paul Giamatti. When an assassin veers off mission to rescue a child, she triggers a war with a powerful crime syndicate and reunites a gun-wielding sisterhood. So I saw the trailer for this about a month ago and I was immediately intrigued. I mean, a hopefully fun, stylized actioner, and just look at that cast. Well, I checked it out. And I'm glad I did. No, it's not a brilliant film. It's definitely kind of a check your brain at the door kind of flick. There's some stuff in here that barely makes sense. A lot of the dialogue's pretty clumsy. But all of that said, I had a blast with this movie. Now, if you've watched the trailers, you may have gotten a John Wick vibe, and fairly so. Because it's very much there. Even the mythology that this movie delves into is reminiscent of that franchise, except it's not a hotel here, it's like a diner and a library, etc. And while I wouldn't say that the action is as strong as, say, like a John Wick or an Atomic Blonde, it's still really good. It does have that quick cutting and shaky cam that kind of drives me crazy, but they use it sparingly. A lot of the time we can actually see what's going on. The choreography is really well done, the fights are really inventive. There's one involving a suitcase that made me like pump my fist. There's another fight scene in a hallway where one of the characters has a very particular handicap. And I won't give anything away here, but the way that character works around the handicap was freaking awesome. In the final fight, there's this one sort of long, slow-mo sort of tableau tracking shot, which was absolutely killer, no pun intended. Plus we get to see Yeoh, Angela Bassett, and Carla Gugino being absolutely badass. Not something I ever thought I needed in my life, but now I know I did. All three of them, and really pretty much everyone in this movie, you can tell they're having a blast. I will say I didn't really like Angela Bassett in this movie all that much, which is weird because I love her, but her dialogue specifically was really over the top and she was chewing the scenery and it just didn't work for me. Karen Gillan absolutely holds the movie down, and while we don't get to see Lena Headey for quite a bit of time, she kills it when she's on screen too. Don't get too excited for Paul Giamatti, barely in the movie. And I dug Chloe Coleman in here as well. I really liked the relationship between her character and Karen Gillan's character. That really worked for me. And I also dug the look of this film. It's dark, occasionally too dark if I'm being honest, but its colors really pop both in the lighting and in the blood, of which there is very much. It's clean, it's sleek, it almost looks like a graphic novel. I thought maybe this was based on one, doesn't seem like it was. And I love the score as well. It's somewhat electronic, but with these chunky electric guitars and a bit of a mariachi flair that really was cool. It goes less heavy with the soundtrack, but there are a couple of needle drops that work perfectly, particularly Janis Joplin's Piece of My Heart, which was already a banger, but it works so well in the scene where they use it. All that said though, as I mentioned off the top, I thought the dialogue in here was pretty clumsy. Not that I was expecting Shakespeare from a movie like this, but it had a lot of pretty cheesy one-liners and I did find myself rolling my eyes a couple of times. Further, the attempts at humor pretty much all fell flat for me. The sort of main antagonists in the first act are these three goons, who I was already thinking of as the Three Stooges. They were like a lame vaudeville act that was way more cringe than it was funny. To the movie's credit though, later on in the scene, Karen Gillan actually refers to them as the Three Stooges, so that was okay. I also felt the movie was a little bit too long. It's just a little shy of 2 hours. But there's this big climactic fight scene in a library, which I was sure was like the big final fight scene. It was awesome, by the way. But no, there's still a good half hour left to go, or at least 20 minutes, and it did slow the movie's momentum considerably for me. But still, I had a really good time with Gunpowder Milkshake. No, it's not perfect, but I had a number of times in fight scenes or moments of violence where I was just like, oh, which is always fun. Don't go in expecting something like, say, Warrior, but if you shut your brain off and just let the delightfully silly, fun violence wash over you, you may just have a lovely time. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Gunpowder Milkshake. And I think I'm gonna give Gunpowder Milkshake a...
It was fun.
...out of 10. So now I wanna know, have you seen Gunpowder Milkshake? What did you think about it? What is your favorite action movie starring a badass woman? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. Just helps the video reach more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.